Welcome to the Raj Smriti show. This is our special series on International Women's Day, and today we have with us Ms.Bulbul Godiyal, Senior Advocate from Lucknow High Court. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you, Smriti.
Thank you for taking out time because as an advocate, I know you have a very, very busy schedule. So to begin with, we would like to know your journey as to how your childhood was and what made you decide to choose this profession.
Smriti, I am born and brought up in Lucknow. My father was a senior advocate himself. He was known as Mr. Robin Mitra.
Okay.
And we are Bengalis by birth, but my father and grandfather settled in Lucknow a very long time ago.
Back. So, but you have roots from West Bengal?
Bengal, yes. We have roots from West Bengal, but they have lived their life here and so have we. We are born and brought up here. So my father was, in his thoughts, a communist, and my mother belonged to the Brahmo Samaj.
Mm-hmm.
So they were both very liberal people, and they gave us all the background because of which I can say that the women empowerment had its roots in my very early childhood.
Lovely.
So me and my sister, we studied at the St. Agnes's Loreto Day School. Thereafter, I did my intermediate from IT, then went ahead to do my graduation after my marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I must tell you here that I got married at a very young age.
Okay.
I was not even 18.
Was that a love marriage?
It was a love marriage, and my husband and me, we liked each other. He's a doctor, he's a psychiatrist. He's also a product of KGMU. He passed from KGMU. He did his MD from KGMU. And then we got married. But I continued to study even after marriage. I did my graduation. I did my MA in English and then my law. And then finally joined the profession. But my father, when we were very young, me and my sister used to refer to us as our two Indira Gandhis.
Oh, wow.
So that is how we got the courage and maybe the motivation to do well in life. And our journey continued.
Lovely.
So I'm also a lawyer. Now I'm a senior advocate, but my sister is also a lawyer. She's a senior counsel in the High Court.
So your father must be a role model, kind of you wanted to be like him in some way or the other.
He is our role model and he was the support. And I also got a lot of support from my mother, and also my husband also supported me, because if there was no support from him, then I could not have completed my education.
True.
So that was also important. So this is how our journey continued, and I continued to study. I also had my 3 daughters. They also studied alongside, and now they are also
well settled
in life, and they are also professionals, all 3 of them.
So you were lucky enough that, women empowerment was right there. It was not an obstacle for you, be it studying, be it choosing your profession or marriage per se. Yes. You had the freedom to do whatever you wanted, and that's why you excelled in your profession.
Yes.
The kind of cases that you deal, what are the instances that you see in your day-to-day workings and the cases that come to you?
Yes.
What is the condition of women?
I always practice in the High Court. And I joined the profession in the year 1991, and I've already put in more than 33 years of practice now. But in the High Court, we would generally not deal with so much of women issues. But all types of matters came to us to be done. So the constitutional matters, the miscellaneous matters, contractual service, even criminal matters, we did a lot of that. But by and by, I started engaging myself with a number of women's organizations and women's issues. So when I started doing my bit of social service by engaging in such matters, then I could also see a lot of cases coming up, not only in the High Court but other courts, where primarily the woman was the sufferer. Either because of dowry, either because of
domestic
violence, or maybe because of some kind of harassment here and there. So I have taken up a lot of the matters, I have done a lot of the matters, and then finally I also counsel them, I advise them. So that is how it continues, the journey continues. But as additional advocate for the state of UP, as additional advocate general for the state of UP, I also appeared in a large number of important matters for the state.
Okay.
And but they were mostly constitutional matters, matters of public importance, matters of public interest. So as a lawyer on the state side, I always had to appear and give my best in that field. As a senior advocate, now that I'm a senior advocate, I have much more freedom to do what I want. I appear in cases where not necessarily they are related to women's issues. They can be issues of immense importance in all fields.
Very true.
And of course, there are several matters where it associates or relates to women, but it's not necessarily that all are women centric.
Very true. So personally, तो आपको as such कोई issue नहीं face हुआ, but professionally, did you face any kind of discrimination in the judiciary? If we talk about, are women represented fairly enough? Do we have that conflict कि भाई male lawyer ही चाहिए, female lawyer नहीं चाहिए, उस तरह के issues या glass ceiling or something?
देखिए, ऐसा है कि ये हम नहीं कहेंगे कि there is any sort of seen discrimination, but yes, unseen discrimination तो बहुत से होते हैं. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि जब हम लोग मतलब कोर्ट में मैटर्स बहस करते हैं, जो विमेन लॉयर हैं या विमेन जजेस हैं, दे आर मच बेटर, बहुत अच्छा काम करते हैं, बहुत अच्छे ऑर्डर्स पास करते हैं या बहुत अच्छी तरह मुकदमों को बहस करते हैं. लेकिन लोगों को फिर भी लगता है कि नहीं, अगर कहीं एक मेल लॉयर होता या मेल जज होता तो बेटर होता. लेकिन एज सच हम कहें कि बहुत डिस्क्रिमिनेशन हमने उसके वजह से फेस किया नहीं. ये नहीं कि अगर कोई मेल लॉयर होता तो उसे कोई ऑर्डर हाई कोर्ट ने पास कर दिया उनके फेवर में और मेरे फेवर में नहीं किया, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. इट डिपेंड्स ऑन हाउ यू वर्क.
राइट.
Hard work is the main
mantra to
all success. Yeah. Or there is no shortcut to success.
That's very much there.
But a woman has to work a little harder than men to make their mark, to show to the world that she is equally capable like a male lawyer.
And even though we have to work in the double shift, you can't say that you are a working woman, you will not look after the child, you will not look after the household.
We have to look after both the home, our profession, our social obligations, everything has to be looked into.
Very true.
So a woman is basically, all people have expectation that she should be a superwoman. And I would say that in today's world, they are superwoman. They do a lot of multitasking, so they are superwoman. और इवन जो हमारी नानी दादी भी थी, वो भी सुपर वुमन थी, बिकॉज नानी दादी या हमारी मदर, बिकॉज दे ऑल्सो यूज टू मैनेज सो मेनी थिंग्स.
या एंड उस समय की सबसे खूबसूरत बात एक जो मैंने भी अपने बचपन में देखा, दैट दे वर नॉट फाइनेंशियली इंडिपेंडेंट, बट every financial decision of the house was done by them. The male would earn and वो सारा पैसा लाके अपनी माँ को देते हैं, घर का चाबी उनके पास होता है, and वो decide करती थी. That respect was there, जो I think somewhere down the line कहीं lost हो गया. And then we just kept on focusing कि you have to be financially independent, you have to work outside the house.
एक और बात थी उन लोगों के समय में, that they used to, जो भी उनके पास पैसा आता था, whether हमारी नानी दादी हो या मदर हो या आंट हो, कि वो लोग उसमें से सेव भी करते थे, सेव भी करते थे, एंड दे यूज्ड टू कीप इट अवे फॉर द हार्ड टाइम्स. तो उसकी वजह से भी काफी हद तक मतलब इजी हो जाता था। घर में कहीं किसी को कोई जरूरत होती थी, बच्चों को किसी चीज की जरूरत होती थी, तो वो उनका काफी उसमें सहयोग या योगदान हुआ करता था।
If we talk about judiciary per se, people have lot of expectations from judiciary. एक चीज़ ये भी कही जाती है कि law and order रहे और साथ ही साथ अगर judiciary अपना काम सही से कर रहा है तो everything would be in place. But एक आम आदमी के नज़रिए से जो हमें इश्यूज लगते हैं कि केसेस पेंडिंग पे पेंडिंग जाते हैं जिसके वजह से चीज़ें नहीं सही हो पा रही हैं, तो उसमें व्हाट डू यू थिंक एज एन इनसाइडर व्हाट शुड बी डन टू स्ट्रेंथन द प्रोसेस ऑफ जुडिशरी?
हाँ, ये एक आपने बहुत अच्छा रेलेवेंट सवाल किया है। देखिए, रूल ऑफ लॉ तभी कायम रह सकता है जब बोथ जो लॉ इन्फोर्सिंग एजेंसीज हैं और जुडिशरी दोनों साइड बाय साइड अपना काम करती रहें। लॉ इन्फोर्सिंग एजेंसीज भी काफी हद तक अपना काम करती हैं, लेकिन कहीं कहीं चूक हो जाती है। जुडिशरी भी अपना काम बहुत ईमानदारी से और बहुत कोशिशों से कर रही है, लेकिन बहुत सारे इश्यूज हैं जो कि उनके भी बियॉन्ड कंट्रोल है। जैसे एक तो जजेस उतने नहीं हैं जितना पॉपुलेशन है। वी आर अ ह्यूज पॉपुलेशन कंट्री में, नाउ वी आर इवन सरपासिंग चाइना। तो इतने ह्यूज पॉपुलेशन के लिए इतने जजेस नहीं हैं, तो नेचुरली इफ द जज एंड पीपल रेशियो इज लेस तो बहुत हद तक चीजें मुश्किल हो जाती हैं।
बिल्कुल, क्राइम रेट तो बढ़ता ही
जाता है, इवन सिविल डिस्प्यूट्स बढ़ते जाते हैं, और उतना मैटर्स को तय करने की चाहे लाख कोशिश करें, बट दे हैव लिमिटेड आवर्स, तो नहीं हो पाता है।
What is the problem? Are we not hiring or not? Lot of people are interested in going into the profession.
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं, people are interested in going into the profession and we are hiring also, but कहीं ना कहीं जो procedural delays हैं उसकी वजह से प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं, whether it is the lower judiciary or the higher judiciary. एक और बात है कि आपने ये पूछा कि किस तरह से हम टैकल कर सकते हैं, तो एक बहुत अच्छा कॉन्सेप्ट आया है, दैट इज द ऑल्टरनेटिव डिस्प्यूट रेजोल्यूशन सिस्टम। देयर हैज बीन एन अमेंडमेंट इन द सीपीसी व्हिच टॉक्स अबाउट ऑल्टरनेटिव डिस्प्यूट रेजोल्यूशन। ऑल्टरनेटिव डिस्प्यूट रेजोल्यूशन में आर्बिट्रेशन है, मेडिएशन है और कंसिलेशन का प्रोसेस है, एंड फाइनली लोक अदालत है। तो इन चीज़ों के लिए बहुत ये, अगर हम इन लोग इसमें ज़्यादा अपना इन्वेस्ट करें, कोशिश करें, तो मेरे ख्याल से बहुत सी चीज़ें सुलझ सकती हैं, और जो इंटरपर्सनल डिस्प्यूट्स होते हैं वो सब चीज़ें ख़त्म हो सकती हैं। तो आई थिंक पीपल शुड गो मोर फॉर मेडिएशन, कंसिलेशन एंड लोक अदालत, आपका आर्बिट्रेशन, सो दैट द स्कोप ऑफ लिटिगेशन मतलब वो कम ना हो, लेकिन उस पे इतना बोझ ना हो कि वो दब जाए, बोझ तले जब दब जाए।
एक चीज़ और जो आम आदमी के कॉन्वर्सेशन से निकल के आती है वो है कि वी आर स्टिल फॉलोइंग द ब्रिटिश system of judiciary, be it wearing that black coat in the heat of the extreme heat of summers, and जो उनका summer holidays and winter shifts वाले जो वो होते हैं, तो do you think it's time to change and evolve, or should we continue with old age practices?
No, age old practices are not always very good. We can follow some of the age old practices, but yes, there has to be a shift. Not only in the attitude of people, but how we perceive it and how we change it. तो ये भी ज़रूरी है कि उसमें चाहे whether wearing of the black coat and the band and the gown in the extreme heat should be changed, but also the परसेप्शन, जो लॉयर्स का एक परसेप्शन है कि हम इसी तरह से काम करेंगे, तो वो भी हम लोगों को बदलने की जरूरत है कहीं ना कहीं। चेंज हैज टू हैपन एंड इट, आई थिंक ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम इट विल हैपन, बट अभी तक तो नहीं हो पाया है। और हॉलीडेज भी, ये तो काफी लोग कहते हैं कि हॉलीडेज बहुत होते हैं, उसको कम करना चाहिए, तो मे बी अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ lesser holidays should be there. Yes.
Coming to women issues, what are the new laws or few laws that women are not aware of, जो लोगों को पता नहीं है कि हमारे welfare के लिए ये सारे laws हैं, and we can use this. So if you could tell our women.
Yes. See, I mean, there are provisions both in the criminal law basically There are a lot of provisions in that act that if a woman is harassed or if she is molested or if she is not taken care of properly, so action will be taken. So, but now there are, and amendments have also been brought about in recent times to strengthen those acts and those laws. But like very many laws, the Domestic Violence Act, for example, that takes care of a woman in her home.
Right.
In a secure environment also, the woman is harassed. She's beaten up. She's abused. So then she has, she can approach the police, she can approach the courts, and she can get justice. Then now there is the POCSO Act, where the child is made secure. There is a provision where the prevention of child abuse, is taken very seriously. If there is a complaint, in that case, the person who is the harasser or who is the accused is always taken, behind bars, and action is taken. Then the Right to Property Act. Now amendments have been brought and the man and the women are given equal share in their ancestral property. So all these acts are very important for women to know. Then a lot of women are working in different organizations. So the Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Act 2013, that has come. So if there is a person who is the perpetrator, he is harassing a woman, then she always have the liberty to approach the authorities. She has the liberty to approach the committee. And action is taken against the perpetrator and he is booked. So, and now the latest act that has come in 2023 is the Women Empowerment Act.
Yeah.
So that is a very, very important act where the act talks about reservation to be given to women. And in the parliament, the state assemblies. But this provision was also there in the Panchayat Raj Act.
Right.
Women, the seats are already, earmarked for women, they can contest. But I personally feel is that, there is a lot of provision for women and recourse is taken by the women for when there is injustice towards her. But sometimes this is also misused.
Yeah, because as you talk about panchayat, बहुत बार होता है, there is the lady sarpanch, but she is just namesake and सारा कुछ उसके husband कर रहे हैं.
तो इसी तरह से अगर हम पार्लियामेंट में भी रिजर्वेशन कर देंगे 1/3 of the seats and state assemblies में भी कर देंगे, I don't think कि सारी जो जितनी भी औरतें they are qualified or deserving, they will be there. It will be people behind them who will just, control them.
Very true.
So therefore, reservation is not as much needed. It is the opportunity which has to be given to a woman. True. Like I got the opportunity to study, make my mark, choose my husband, go ahead in life, do what I wanted to in my career. In the same manner, women have to be given a right to choose.
And they should prove their merit to get that position.
They have to prove their merit and they should get anywhere in the world they want to. And these days, the women are doing all sorts of work and they are in all sorts of professions.
Yes, very true.
So the sky is the limit. So it's very, very important that...
About the laws that you were talking, उसमें शायद कहीं एक स्त्री धन का भी कॉन्सेप्ट है. If you could tell us a bit about it.
स्त्री धन का देखिए कॉन्सेप्ट यही है. Basically, it is under the Dowry Prohibition Act में उसके कुछ provisions हैं. Then the Hindu Marriage Act में भी provision है. तो उसका कॉन्सेप्ट ये है कि a girl who is married into a family, now she is given jewelry and things by her parents and by her in-laws. Now, if there is any kind of dispute and she has to leave the matrimonial home, then she is the whole sole owner of that.
Okay.
All the personal belongings, the jewelry,
nobody can take it away
and
from
the money
her.
That has been given from either side, and nobody can take it.
Right.
So that is the concept, and the girls should all know. And generally, now girls are also understanding their rights. So usually the girls have it with them.
Right.
Or keep it with them. So, that way it's a better way
Scenario
of, better, I would say a better road towards their emancipation.
True. Another flip side of the whole women empowerment and things like that, and that easy action can be taken. आपको एक FIR करनी है, police आ जाएगी. We have also seen that lot of abuse is happening against men also.
Yes,
false cases of dowry, false rape cases, abuse cases are doing it.
Right.
So if that happens, what should the person do? Like the man, what should he do to prevent himself from such kind of scenario?
Nobody inside a house, what is happening, whether it is happening to a lady or a man, it's very difficult to say. It depends on the interpersonal relationship of that woman with her in-laws.
Right.
But yes, definitely there are instances where these provisions or the laws that are to safeguard the rights of the woman are misused or abused. And even for very small issues, they are put behind bars. The whole family is indicted.
Yes.
The whole family is named in the FIR. So now even the Supreme Court has said that merely by filing an FIR, the police should not rush into arresting the entire family. If there is a matrimonial discord, then they should call all the parties to the police station, try for a conciliation and for resolving the issue. But if still it doesn't happen, then an FIR is lodged.
Can be done.
But the men's side, they have the chance of going for anticipatory bail. They have chance to go for filing a writ under Article 226 in the High Court, getting a stay order. And generally, these matters are sent to the mediation center. And there are trained mediators who sit and try to resolve the issues. So sometimes the girl, she says that under, wrong advice or there was some kind of pressure that she had lodged. So she lets go of the FIR and goes back happily with her husband and in-laws. Sometimes they both don't see eye to eye. So they resolve the issues by getting a mutual consent divorce. And then they go their own ways. So
there are provisions to safeguard the rights of both the genders.
Both the sides, yes.
So, a lot of people want to be a part of judiciary. And a lot of people just take the law degree for the sake of taking it. So what is your message to, young boys and girls who are looking up to this profession? What kind of preparation they should do and with what mindset they should enter this profession?
See, if they are just interested, so there are two aspects to this. One is the judiciary, one is the becoming a lawyer, a litigating lawyer or a corporate lawyer. So if you want to go to the judiciary, so the lower judiciary and the higher judicial services, they prescribe particular examinations. You have to give those examinations. You have to have that minimum time for qualifying the examinations. You qualify, you get into the judiciary. There is another aspect that you want to become a lawyer and then you want to go and be part of the judiciary, the higher judiciary, that is the High Court or the Supreme Court. So now lots and lots of children, they are pursuing law as a profession. So they are going to the national law schools, they are going to other law schools and they are passing out. Now if the mindset, so these children who are going to the national law school or law schools, they are doing quite a fair job or a good job as far as studies are concerned.
Because I think now they have 3-year and 5-year option.
3-year or 5-year option. So either they go after graduation or they go after class 12. Now they finish these examinations and they know, quite well the basics of law. Now once they know, so they have to choose. Either they have to choose money or they have to choose hard work. Because if they choose money, then generally people are getting into corporate law firms. They are given a good package, they continue to work there and then they become partners. But so much of appearing in courts does not happen in corporate law firms. Or even if they take some services, like a law officer or a legal advisor in some company, that also they do. But then again, the litigation part is not there. Now, people who really want to become lawyers and litigating lawyers, they have to work very hard. So only knowing the basics will not do. You will have to practice it.
True.
Then you have to have patience. Once you have patience, then you can put in those 10 years minimum. Which
lot
is
of patience, lot of hard work is needed.
10 years is needed to make a mark in your profession. So that is important. So I would say that patience is the main thing. A positive approach is the main thing. There will be hardships, there will be struggle.
True.
But there's no stopping if you really want to make a mark.
Very true.
And whether it is a man or a woman, it's equal for them.
True, true.
Yeah.
So, what last message you would like to give to people so that together, because we keep on giving the blame that sarkar ye nahi kar rahi hai, law is ye nahi kar raha hai, police ye nahi kar raha hai, but I think we as a society, all of us have a role to play. So what is your message to everyone out there so that together we build a holistic society?
So I think everybody has to work towards achieving a goal, and the goal is to the society has to be made better.
Yeah.
So whether it is the judiciary, whether it is the police, whether the lawyers, or for that matter, even ordinary citizens, we all have to work together in tandem to see that we secure a nice, holistic place on earth where we can live better.
Right.
And like people say that, one more thing I would like to just add at the end, that's a very important message I want to give to everyone, that people always talk about empowered women and how you make an empowered woman. But my motto is that women are already empowered. It is the men who have to learn to live with empowered women.
Wow, lovely.
Because men still haven't learned how to live with empowered women.
True.
So that is very important now. They should learn.
Yeah, that's a beautiful message to end this conversation. That women are already empowered. It's just about enabling our men so that they can handle us. So,
empowered women.
Yeah. Lovely having you and talking about so many things.
Thank you
More
so
power
much.
to you.
Thank you
May
so
the
much,
judiciary rock and shine with your leadership in various activities that you do.
Thank you so much. Thank you.